Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Recipe Redemption. Today we're looking at the tropical lamb salad. Done a little bit of research on this online, and it hasn't really brought up a whole lot. I've seen several references for American resources, mid-century, like 1950s, 1952, I think is where most of them come. Like the American Meat Council or something had put out a cookbook to, utilize their products in more in varied ways. And I also found references to a tropical lamb or a tropical meat salad from Germany from about the same time. The Tropisch Salat, or I'm not even going to try. My German is so bad, but it's kind of a chicken and egg thing. I don't know which came first. If it was more of a European thing, which sort of makes sense. They do have banana pizza and all sorts of odd, unusual combinations of tropical fruits and savory dishes that we sort of picked up on, or if it was sort of a mid-century American thing that then made its way eastward across the Atlantic and was adopted in Europe. I'm not sure. Either way, this particular version of it is kind of meh. If you take a look at the recipe, the only thing that makes it tropical is the banana. Everything else is sort of, standard what you would have in any American or European kitchen. Again, nothing really stands out. There are a few of the mid-century recipes that also throw pineapple into it, and so you have more of a tropical fruit salad sort of thing that happens to have lamb in it. Okay, and it's mid-century America, so it has to have olives in it. I think it was a rule back then. Now, I didn't have any stuffed olives like this recipe calls for. All I had were black olives, and I didn't want to make a special trip to the store just to get stuffed olives. So I threw in a little bit of not very well diced bell pepper to kind of substitute for the pimento, and it's good enough. So let's just take a look here. I have a bowl with some roughly diced lamb, sliced banana tossed with lemon juice, some diced celery. It says sliced, but I diced it because the aforementioned black olives and the bell pepper, a little bit of bell pepper to substitute for the pimento, and almonds. Yeah, I don't know. Because when I think of lamb, of course, I think almonds. A little bit of salt, mayonnaise, and mustard. And because this is very definitely a mid-century American recipe, it is French's yellow mustard. None of that fancy brown pub mustard or whole grain mustard nonsense that you hipsters use. Okay, toss that together. It says I'm supposed to refrigerate this for a half an hour, but all my ingredients are pretty cold. I'm not going to bother. I'm fairly certain I'm not going to want this to actually be around for very long. So, have a plate of salad greens here. And I will portion myself. Whew. Okay, a big mound of tropical lamb salad. Lamb was already cooked earlier. They were just some lamb shoulder chops that I cooked up in a little olive oil, sprinkling of salt and some garlic powder and onion powder. That's pretty much it. And then, allowed to rest and then sliced up into, probably about 1/2-inch cubes. So, a little of the greenery. Let's see. Make sure I get some olives, some lamb, chunk of banana. All right. It's okay. I was worried because if you go all the way back to the very first recipe I did on this channel, the ham and bananas hollandaise, link up above, check it out. The combination of bananas and lemon juice. They do it because the lemon juice keeps the bananas from browning while you're doing everything else. But the sourness of the citric acid combined with the fruitiness of the banana, those two together equals rotten banana, in my mind, on my taste bud, on my palate. I was afraid that was going to happen here, but because of the other flavors, particularly the mustard mayonnaise dressing, kind of adding that richness, the umami from the lamb and just the additional seasoning, salt, tones that down a little bit, so it doesn't taste like rotten banana. The banana is not particularly strong, to be honest. Let's try another bite. Just a very subtle, fruitiness, a subtle sweetness, but doesn't really scream banana. If you really concentrate, you can get it, but if you're not really concentrating, you could almost mistake it for apple, which is weird. It's not bad. But then again, it's not that special. It's not it's not that tropical. If you really want to have lamb that's kind of tropical, and mind you, I love lamb.
I love lamb.
In almost any form, basically. I'm going to start off here by sauteing some onion just until it starts to color a bit and adding that to my salsa. In addition, I have a whole mango chopped up, yellow and green bell pepper, and some tomato. Just keeping this really, really simple. To that, of course, seasoning, a little bit of salt, and I forgot to buy a lemon, so yes, I am using bottled lemon juice. Sue me. Now I have some leg steaks from some lamb, and I have some jerk seasoning. Very quickly, that consists of onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, salt, black pepper, dried thyme, a little bit of sugar, some allspice, some dried parsley, paprika, pepper flakes, hot pepper flakes, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and cumin. Everybody has their different recipe and proportions for this, so just look it up online of the different proportions. This was totally experimental, so I don't want to lead you down the path of thinking that I have some sort of definitive jerk seasoning. Anyway, sprinkle that on both sides, and then cook the lamb. I cooked it for about 5 minutes a side, still reasonably medium rare in the center. I serve the steaks with the salsa and a side of rice. It's optional. I should stress that this was totally an invented recipe. I don't think there is much jerk lamb in the Caribbean for the simple reason that there aren't a lot of sheep being raised in the Caribbean. Something about the wool just doesn't make it well suited to the environment. And also, the tropical parasites really do a number on animals that need to graze wide open spaces. From what I understand, the few sheep kept in the Caribbean live indoors in temperature controlled environments. Anyway, there is evidence of lamb being served in some areas of the Caribbean, but it's almost 100% imported and almost exclusively fed to tourists. So I wouldn't exactly call it an authentic local cuisine. That being said, it's pretty darn good. I think I could have tinkered with the jerk seasoning mix a bit. After all the effort, the flavor was still somehow a little muted. Probably could have used fresher herbs and spices. The salsa was delightful, fresh, fruity, definitely tropical, with just enough acidity to complement the fattiness of the lamb and enough sweetness to kind of tame down any heat from the jerk seasoning. Keep it from getting a little out of control. Might not be my favorite preparation for lamb, but it's certainly not the worst. That came in 1988 and involved unsalted boiling water and really cheap mint jelly, mint flavored jelly. Yeah. So, what do you think? Can a tropical lamb salad make its way into your repertoire? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, all the internet things. And I'd like to thank you for watching Recipe Redemption. I'll see you next time.